In this brief tutorial, we'll look at Microsoft Project 2010 and some of its scheduling functions when it comes to leading and lagging activities. In this project, a sample project that I brought up, this is a construction project. If we see here at task number 6, it says building the pad. That means actually pouring the concrete. That's going to take 3 days. And then after that, then we can rough in the exterior walls. We can actually start constructing on top of that pad. But part of the issue then is that after the 3 days that it takes to pour the concrete crew leaves, but we can't immediately start walking around on the pad. We need to give it time to cure, to dry. So if I double click on my task, the task information box will open, and over here on the edge we see that there's the option to put in a lag. If I put a 5D in there, that means that from the time the concrete pouring finishes until I can start roughing in the walls, it will delay that 5 days. So if you look over here in my on the right side of my Gantt chart, you can see that there's this gap between the finish of the concrete pouring and the start of the building of the walls. Let me just take that out once to show the difference. Open that back up. I'm sorry, double click. There we go. And take that to a 0 lag. And watch what happens over here on the right. It slides them right in so they'll start right after each other. But we want to allow some time for that concrete to dry. So we're going to put that 5D in there. It's going to spread that out. But there's another little problem that occurs, and that's because I need 5 days for that concrete to dry, but there's actually 7 days because the weekend falls into that. So a lag takes into consideration, only takes into consideration working days. Now concrete dries just as well on the weekend as it does on a weekday, so I'm going to put 5ED. Those will be elapsed days, and that way it'll count Saturday and Sunday potentially as being drying days for that concrete. So that'll tighten up your schedule a little bit. The other option that Microsoft Project offers is rather than lagging, we can also lead, and leading means starting earlier. Lag means starting later. So if I put in a -1 day, that would be a lead. Even though the title of the column stays lag, it's actually going to lead. So a day before they intend to stop pouring the concrete, I'll actually start building the walls, which would be a really bad idea in this case. But we do at least have the option to either lead or to lag in Microsoft Project 2010. I'm going to leave that as 5 elapsed days. Give ourselves some time to let that concrete dry.